Hey gang, what's going on? It's your guy coming to you from Zagnif Central, live from the 405. And the wind said it is too hot to whip down the plane tonight. But when it does whip, every now and again, it does one of these numbers, and then it leaves with your house. But we're past that season now. I've just been going through and listening to these audio bits from this interview, and these ladies really have a lot to say about everything involved with this team, everything with the coaching staff. And that's the clip that I have for you today, where the ladies talk about the coaching staff. You all enjoy. Don't forget, Saturday, July 13th, 7 p.m., Putnam City West. The conference championship, the one for all the marbles and who gets to punch their ticket to the Division II championships in Canton, Ohio. The Nebraska Pride travel to the 405 to take on the 7-0 OKC Lady Force. Get your tickets right here. See, right, where is it? I got to do it. It's right there. There. OKC Lady Force backslash, I forgot the .org part. OKC Lady Force.org /tickets. That's where you can get your tickets right now. And if you buy them up from now, when this video airs up till noon on the day of the game, the tickets will be at a discount. So get them now. I'm telling you, Oklahoma City, get off your butt. Come watch these games. Come watch this game, last home game of the season. They've had a phenomenal season, and they would love to have your support. I'll be there in the press box. So if you come out, added bonus during halftime, I'll come down and I'll say, hello. And then I'll run back up to the press box because it's too hot to even come down from the press box. They got AC up there. Anyway, I'm rambling as I tend to do. So why don't I shut up and give you this next clip from our audio interview. Talk to you later. Holla.
Hey, we ain't done yet.
So I can't talk about this team without talking about the leadership of the team. Every coach has got to have a leader. And I have met and spoken with and observed your fearless leader, Coach Bulock, in action, both up close from behind the sidelines and from up in the press box and from the live streams from some of the home games. I will say this. He is a very, searching for the adjective here, he coaches you all very enthusiastically. Even on the live stream, I don't know what was going on with the referees. There was flags every other play and people on the field. And I heard this voice yelling out something. I don't know what it was, but I know who it was. But how do you all attest Coach Bulock and his leadership to the success of the Lady Force this season?
I think he's more committed. We can just do
he's definitely.
I think he's the most committed person on our staff. Period. Like the amount of football IQ he has, and he just wants you to know what he knows, and he wants you to do it correctly. I played for Coco in Kansas before. Well, not before. I was on the Oklahoma City Lady Force and played for him in Kansas, and he's just like. I didn't know crap about football until I started playing for him. Like the amount of knowledge that he invests and wants you, like he wants you to get it right. He might yell at you while you get it wrong, but he's going to make sure that you have it right. And that man is probably like the biggest asset to our team and has been.
I think he's been an amazing addition to this organization since the first moment he stepped foot in the door. A lot of people don't know that first year he came in, he was our defensive coordinator, and that was huge for us. And it was a big part of why we won that championship that we did win that year. Was a testament to how great of a defensive coordinator, a coach he was, and what he put into this game. He's a film junkie. He loves the game of football. He eats, breathes, and sleeps the game of football, and his energy is infectious. And when you're out there, when you're in his presence, you have no choice but to be great. He demands that greatness. He pulls that greatness out of each and every player that he coaches. And that's just a testament to every player and the growth from when they first came in till now. I don't think anybody is the same player from when they first stepped in that door. And it's a testament to the whole coaching staff, but he has a huge part to do with that. His leadership is I don't have any words to describe the leadership. And it's something that we didn't know we needed at the time, honestly. And so him stepping over into that head coach role, nothing has changed. From when he was a defensive coordinator, his standards, nothing has wavered from when he came in as a defensive coordinator to head coach. Everything is the same. He runs things a certain way, and he expects certain things out of every single player, and he's going to get that regardless. He's going to pull it out of you, whether you want to pull it out or not. He's going to get it out of you. Exactly. So he's an amazing man, and he's an amazing coach.
I think he just makes us not want to let him down.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, no team ever wants to let their team down. Anybody else got anything to want to add to that?
I think just the simple fact that he is our head coach and doesn't live in the state of Oklahoma is just something to really focus on, because there aren't a lot of coaches that will come to practice consistently in the city. But Coco, even though he is in Kansas, like he makes his presence known. Whether he does, for instance, today, he was at practice today, and then had to make the trip back to Kansas. So it's one of those things to where like we know who he is. He makes sure that we know, like they were saying, like what we're doing on that field, especially on defense. And then we have the Zooms. He leads the Zooms. So just. It's my second season, and I know like I haven't had the opportunity to really be around him like the rest of the captains, but he is one of the only coaches that I have had in my however many years I've been playing sports competitively that will speak up and express how proud he is of us. Even when we do mess up a whole bunch in a game, get so many penalties in a game, like he will always let us know, like, I'm proud of you, I love you, and let's get back to work. So
I mean, it's really just what everyone else has said. The amount of knowledge that he has and the amount of time that he puts into this, it just makes it to where you have no choice but to respect him. And when you have that much respect for someone, you are just going to be – he makes it so that our players are coachable. You have no choice but to be coachable. You have no choice but to listen to him because you know how much he has invested in this, and there's no way any of us could ever get to that level or put in as much time as he has put into this. So there's just no choice but to be coachable. And, again, to want to just not disappoint him, to live up to his standards. And he always sets us up for success, and that he just teaches us the fundamentals of everything. So anytime we have a question, we already know the answer because yeah. What he's just saying, what am I going to tell you right now? Yeah, and just the time that he puts into it, you can't help but respect him and want to do good for him.
He cares too. Like, I think that's what he does off the field is like also is also even greater than what he does on the field, just because he cares for his players. He cares about each and every person that plays on that team. He will give you a personal phone call. He will text you. He will be on your butt about the little things, not just on the field, but off of it, taking care of yourself. How are you doing? And I can say I've played sports for a lot of years as well, and he is one of the best coaches, I would say, if not the best, especially off the field, making sure his players are taken care of. And I think that's also very important, especially with our dynamic and just the sport of football, because it takes a toll. It takes a toll on your body, but it also takes a toll on your mind as well, especially when you're also dealing with things in your personal life and you're trying to combine the two as far as football and personal. It gets a little bit chaotic, but he does what he can to make sure his players are, mentally and physically in the best shape. So
very good. And one of the things that stood out to me when I did the pregame interview with him in the first home game was, he said the first thing that he told himself was that I am not coaching women. I am coaching football players. And that was, he said, once you get in that mindset, once you get in that mindset that you're not coaching football players, you're coaching women. You're not coaching women. You're coaching football players. That basically just opened the road, because he said, he's run across some coaches that are like, okay, I want to teach football, but I'm coaching women. He's like, no, you're not coaching women. You're coaching football players. And that was a very, very telling statement to me, why he, as a head coach, and now as I'm finding out as part of the coaching staff prior to him becoming head coach, has contributed to the success of the team overall.
Be sure to like and subscribe for content and more on your new home for podcasts and independent music on the Zagnif One Radio Network.